Hi, you've probably heard the statement before, you cannot control someone's reaction to your action. And while I understand this, I do not fully agree with it. Hi, my name is Makwilala, and you're welcome to my safe space, a place where we can share honest thoughts and also have honest conversations together. Yes, I understand that people might hurt you, people may do things to make you feel bad. People might cross your boundaries and all of that stuff that would genuinely hurt you. But where I have a problem with this mindset is that it can be used to justify any and every kind of reactions. So, sometimes when we're growing up, let me bring you home, and then you do certain things to your parents, and the way they will react, you'll be like, oh my god, what did I even do? Like, it's not that deep. Like, what did we carry? What did you throw? You understand? Because a lot of us felt as if our parents kind of overreacted to certain things that we did to them. And in that same vein, that's the light that I want us to use to look at these conversations. There are certain times where people might have hurt you, people might have really done things that you do not like, and you have every right to react. You have every right to let them know that what you've done is completely unacceptable. But where I have a problem, or where it makes me feel a little bit, is when someone does something, maybe someone you offend somebody, and before you know it, they have insulted you, they have insulted your parents, they've insulted your father, they've insulted your great-grandparents, even your own generation that were not even there when this whole incident happened. There are times where even you yourself, someone has done something to you, and truly in your own, deep down, when you thought about it, you're like, I should not have responded the way I responded. Like, I think I overreacted a bit. So yes, there's situations like this. But then when people make statements like, oh, you cannot complain, or you cannot determine how somebody reacts to your actions, to me, I feel like you're taking away the responsibility. You're also taking away responsibility from the reactor. You are trying to say that anything the person does is acceptable just because you've offended them. And no, this is not me trying to absolve the offender. Is it offender? Yes. I'm not trying to absolve the offender of any responsibility. It's not right for you to go ahead and deliberately do things that will hurt people, or yes, or maybe not even deliberately. If you've hurt somebody, it's best that you apologize. But what I'm trying to bring to light is that there are situations whereby people also overreact to certain things, and then they use statement like this, or we use statement like this to kind of absolve them of any responsibility. What I'm trying to say is that being hurt is not equal to a free pass to for any behavior. It can explain your reaction, but it does not excuse everything. It also applies with the law as well. You can't say that because somebody provoked you, then you're going to harm them or physically harm them. No, it's not possible. I watch a lot of legal series, and Judge Judy is frankly one of my best shows. And then I see cases where somebody's like, oh, they provoked me, so that is why I decided to do what I did. No, you're gonna get punished for your reaction. If your reaction is over the top and it causes harm, you are going to be punished. You're going to have to face the law for that. And I remember something that even happened recently. Before we go into what happened recently, even with some of the advice that we give people, oh, if somebody slap your back. What if you slap somebody and the person faints, and God forbid the person goes to be with the Lord? Who's going to remember that it's because the person slapped you? Like, nobody's going to remember the action. They're going to focus on your reaction, and then because of that, you might have to face the law. Yes, your intention was not to harm the person, but your intention your intention was not to harm the person, but due to your reaction, the person was hurt in the process. I remember recently online, and I'm sure a lot of us have seen that video where two people were fighting, and whatever happened, one of the person got into the car and then like it's the person and also injured other people. I was going online some, maybe last week or so, and I saw that the lady that was it passed away. And then I went through the comments, and people were like, let's not forget the fact that the person that died or the person that got injured was trying to jump the other girl. Like she was trying to do something, maybe do something bad to the lady that drove the car. Trust me, the lawyer is not going to remember that one. Like, yes, your lawyer might bring it out and argue the fact like, oh, she was provoked. But guess what? It still does not change the fact that people were hurt based on your reaction. And guess what? She's gonna have to face the law based off of our reaction. This is the mindset I am trying to bring to light. It might not be as grave or as big as this ones, but even in the little things, some people you've ruined relationships or friendships, work relationships based off of reactions that maybe were over the top. And then statements like this do not give people the opportunity, the reactors, the offended, to take a step back and to say, you know what, was there any point in time where I did or I said something, while I was hungry? Could this have been handled any better? Reactions like that, or statements like that, do not give people the opportunity to reflect and also take responsibility for the fact that yes, they had a right to be upset, yes, they had a right to have reacted, but you can overreact. You can do things, you can say things that you should not have said because you were angry. So what I'm trying to bring to light is that yes, you cannot control how somebody's going to react to your actions, but the reactor should also understand that they also have a responsibility to maybe not overreact. Let me put it that way. I am not and this is not me, let me just say, this is not me. Like I said earlier, I am in no way trying to absolve the person that has done the wrong. But I also want us to know that as reactors, we also have a responsibility to be respectful, to do the right thing, even though we are upset. The Bible says that every word that comes out of our mouth should be seasoned with grace. Meaning that there's an opportunity that you might get upset. There's an opportunity where somebody would have done something to really, really hurt you, and to do things that that will really like, oh my doing gone. But he still said it, that let every word that come out of our mouth be seasoned with grace. He still said it, that you should love. Do you understand? Meaning that there are also limits, or there should be limits to the way that we react in such a respectful way. I hope I've given you something to think about, and I will absolutely love to hear your thoughts. So please put them in the comment section, and I will see you in the next one.